What is happening, guys? UFC 296 this weekend. That card, I'm actually going through the whole card right now, and it's stacked from top to bottom. Again, if you like to go safe bets, all right, you go the favorites, whatever. But if you like some live dogs and you want some underdogs, you've got plenty on this card. And I think Tony Ferguson can be one of them. I can see David Goggins being like, look, yeah, I made him a champ again, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes if Tony Ferguson does win. I don't think it's something that he ever needed to work on. That someone that can get through one of David Goggins' workouts, it's someone like Tony Ferguson. He's always had that, but you never know. Some inspiration, maybe just a change of the way he's been thinking. You never know what could happen, I guess. But Tony Ferguson, I think, even any day of the year, can still be a difficult matchup for anybody. And I think a difficult matchup for Paddy Pimblett. But I will lean towards Paddy Pimblett. But you do have a good underdog in Tony Ferguson. Now, another one. Stephen Thompson. Paying $5, almost $6. Almost $6 paying against Shavkat. Shavkat, I think Rakhmonov is undefeated. Look, great fighter. Both great fighters. But stylistically, I'm always going to find, especially in situations like this, against a young, hungry guy like Shavkat, he's always going to be a half-decent bet. But Stephen Thompson, yeah, he is a little bit older, but you got to remember that movement. You got to remember that distance management. You got to remember that the defense that he has. He is pretty incredible there. We know Shavkat likes to walk forward. He likes to press forward. He puts himself in danger. If you want to fight fire with fire against someone like Shavkat, you're in for a rough night. He's durable, he's tough, and he's got a lot of skill. But this is probably my pick of the card. When we're talking underdog, Stephen Thompson, I'm always happy to bet on Stephen Thompson because I know he can be an awkward matchup for anybody. That footwork, that stance, that range. He throws things from different angles. He's hard to hit. While you're creeping in, he's gonna give you some while you're trying to get in. Even to take him down, it's not easy to just grab a hold of him. So, look, man, I'm leaning towards Stephen Thompson on this one, which people are going to think I'm mad. Tell me what you think in your comments. I just think stylistically, this could be a very awkward matchup for Shavkat. And I want to stand by that purely because of how much of an underdog he is. You can make big money on this purely because you don't even have to bet on a finish or nothing. $6, almost $6 for Stephen Thompson to win a 3-round fight. I can definitely see it. I can see him being hard to hit for the 3 rounds. I can see him getting a finish of his own, even though Shavkat's so durable as well. I think he can get aggressive, and then I think Stephen Thompson could catch anybody on a good day. And I'm expecting maybe something big here. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to think I'm mad for some of these bets. But we have got some live dogs on this card, and I can't wait to watch it because we might see some shocked faces in the crowd while I'm watching. I can't wait to see after the fight. Some people are going to rub it in if they all lose, and some people are going to go, "You said it." All the dogs on that card paid off. We'll see what happens. But again, if I'm almost leaning towards Stephen Thompson, not only because he's a dog. I still think he's very skillful. He's got a great understanding of the game, and that distance management, footwork. Guys like that, it's not easy to get in on them. You're going to have to get aggressive, and that can be a bad night for you anyway. If you do something like that, if you do that with someone like Stephen Thompson. So I'm going to lean towards Stephen Thompson. Almost $6. That's crazy. All right, now, the 2 title fights. Pantoja and Royval. So Royval is the underdog, which is fair. I think they're both great fighters. Who am I leaning towards? I probably will lean towards the champ. He showed us a lot in his last fight, and I'm purely just going to go off that. He showed durability. Obviously, we already knew he had a good ground game. He showed durability. He survived some, the later rounds where I thought he was tired, and he just kept going. He had urgency at the right times. Showed a lot of championship mentality, things that are always going to be a problem for anybody that you face. So I will lean towards Pantoja here. because, again, he showed us a lot in that last fight against Marino. Again, and everyone knows I've got a lot of good things to say about Marino. I've got a lot of good things to say about Royval as well. So shout out to Royval, great fighter. I think he's definitely a tough fight for anybody, but I will have to lean towards Pantoja just because of what I've seen in the last fight. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that one. That's what I'm going to go with that. I think he's still dangerous enough on the feet, but I mean, his ground game, to do what he was able to do with guys like Marino, who's a seasoned veteran, who's a gamer, good in scrambles, never die attitude, and to have that type of fight with him and then pull out on top, incredible. So I'm going to lean towards Pantoja on that one. Now let's get into Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. Leon Edwards a favourite. He should be after taking guys out like Usman. He took Usman out, obviously with that head kick KO, and then was able to get the decision on the 5 rounds against someone like Usman, which is saying something, especially when you look at Colby Covington as a wrestler, pressure fighter. You think they're going to have a similar game to Usman. But the difference between Usman and Colby Covington, I will say, I think when it comes to the grappling and wrestling, this could be a little bit more difficult for Leon in the sense that Colby is just going to be a pest on that takedown. He's just going to keep going. He's going to grab. He's going to be a lot more urgency in holding on and scrambling. And, even though when you think you're out, he is going to hang on to that foot or whatever it is and climb back up. And he will do that for 5 rounds and he will not stop. And he's going to be relentless with it. We've seen Usman did get takedowns, but we've seen some great takedown defense from Leon. And I'm expecting to see that again. I think, Colby's going to find it very hard. But so many camps for Usman. He did 2 camps for Usman, which he would have learned so much in them camps, so much about himself. Even in them fights, and in that second fight, he would have learned a lot. He would have got more confidence in these positions. And then now he would have rolled that onto this camp. He's probably knew he was going to face Colby for a while. So he's, and some of these new tricks that he was able to sort of figure out in camp and during the fight, he's able to touch on that more and more and more and go into depth. And really, I know I got a lot better from the Islam fight. I've always been hard to hold down and all that, but I got a whole nother layer of techniques or understanding of that game. And now to hold me down or to get me down is so much harder than it was. And I think that is going to be the case for Leon. I think Leon, I will say some of the takedown defenses that Leon had was great, but there was times where I feel like in that fight, Colby could maybe give him more problems in some of the controlled bits where I felt like Leon felt, I'm all sweet here. I know that where Usman was sort of holding on and sort of staying put in that position where I know Colby Covington's going to keep trying to reap him in different and get him off balance and do all these sort of things. But I believe Leon is in so much better condition and he's in a way better position than he was even in that last fight. He's in much better position now. So I guarantee you're going to see a better version of Leon this weekend. He's going to be more dangerous on the feet. He's going to be even better in the takedown defense. He's going to even be better. He's going to be more composed, even with the gas tank, because of his composure, because of his confidence in these positions. He knows he might get in these positions. He's going to stay calm, not panic, and that helps with the gas tank a lot. So I think Colby Covington is a big threat. He's going to be a very hard fight. He's going to be there the whole fight. But I think Leon Edwards learned so much from these last fights with someone like Usman that he gets to carry that on into this fight, which is absolutely perfect for him to go out there and get the W. So I'm going to lean towards Leon Edwards. I think he can get the knockout. I think he can definitely get the decision. He might even get a submission. Like, I know his ground game's legit as well. So you could definitely get a finish. So see if there's money in a finish, because I can definitely see it. I think if Colby's struggling, even though Colby will be relentless the whole time, Leon Edwards can find the shot, especially if you start making mistakes and start getting a little too careless. Leon might find that chin. That is my takes for UFC 296. Cracker card from top to bottom. Again, there was big fights that I wasn't even able to talk about because there was too much to talk about in this card. But again, it's going to be a fun one. Make sure you tune in. And hey, if you love to bet, again, gamble responsibly. If you don't bet, don't do it. But if you are going to sports bet, they've got some wicked odds here. So if you like to take advantage of them, it's up to you. Again, remember, gamble responsibly. But there's some live dogs there. Good luck, and I'll see you. I'll see you on the big screen. I'm going to be there. Enjoy. Athletes Nutrition. And I tell you what, I think I've said this a few times, but the salads, so good. Like I don't know, packet salad. You would think, how's packet salad going to be good? But with the feta and the dressing, so good. Mad snacks, always a very good snack.